In this session, I want to talk about some modifications we can do on certain fields to customize how Veezoo displays results. Specifically, we will be talking about ordinal classes, embedding links, custom HTML tags, and custom units. So let's jump right in. Here, once again, we have a simple knowledge graph where we have our customers who place orders to order products from us. And right now, if I ask to show all customers, we get this table. And we can see that we have, for each customer, we have a link to some website. This could be a link to your CRM or anything else relevant. Now, I'd like to have it so that instead of showing the link as a string attribute here, I'd like to be able to click on the customer to directly jump off into my CRM. And we can easily do this by going to the studio, finding the string attribute of the website, and adding the tag extends onto URL. Like this, we are telling Veezoo this in fact is a URL, and it should be mapped onto the parent class. So now, if I ask the question again, we can see that we're no longer showing the column with the website, but the link is now embedded within the name of the customer, and we can click on it to jump directly to wherever the link will lead us. Now, the next topic are customizations with HTML tags. So we can add we can add HTML tags to any field to modify how this field is displayed. Now, one simple application of this would be to, for example, look at the email class here and add this HTML tag, which will then make it so that the results are always displayed in italics. So if I ask the question again, we can see that the email is now displayed in italics. This here, of course, is a quite simple example, but the tool itself is very flexible and we can modify the visualization more or less however we want. Now, it's important to keep in mind that with the HTML tag, we are only modifying how the result is displayed. We are not modifying the underlying value, meaning that if we use it to round a number, then we will get a rounded number shown when we ask for it. But if we do further calculations with it, the rounding does not affect the calculation itself. Now, one specific use case of these HTML tags are custom units. Let's have a look at sales per age group. We can see that the results are displayed in US dollars. Why is this the case? Well, because if we go here into the Veezoo Studio, we can see that the sales field has the unit defined as USD. Now, maybe these numbers don't look that appealing to us because they're too long, too much detail, and we're not interested in that. We just want to see at a quick glance how these groups are doing. So maybe instead of showing the results in USD, we would like to show them instead in thousands of USD to get more compact numbers. And we can do this by adding a custom unit. We can create our custom unit in here. By adding such an object. The object is called thousands of US dollars. We add the tag KB unit to tell it to Veezoo that this in fact is a unit. And here we are using the HTML tag to tell Veezoo to take the value, divide it by 1,000, round it to do 2 digits, and then add the K symbol for thousands. Now, once we have created this, we can swap out the unit here to thousands of USD. And when we come back and ask the question again, we can now see we're using the new unit. And as mentioned before, as we can see down here in the text, the actual underlying number has not been changed. Now, looking at this graph here, we can see our age groups and we can see they are sorted according to their sales volume. But maybe in this specific case, we would rather have them always sorted according to their age. And we can do this by telling Veezoo that age group, in fact, is an ordinal class, which has an inherent order to it. We can go to Studio, go back to our customer, to the age group, and add the tag KB ordinal. Once we have this, we can open up the entities, and here we can see our age groups, and add a sort ID. We need to add this to all the entities. And with this, we have told Veezoo how to order these entities. So coming back, we can ask the same question again. And we can see the results are now displayed according to the age. And this also remains when we change the visualization. And that's it for this lesson.